Hello, Kenton. Hello, Nia. It's still day 164. This one here, strangely enough, I'm wearing the same shirt. I swear I have other shirts, but Papa, this was, again, nothing big, nothing massive. This was just our everyday. Kenton, you were always forever up in my arms, and you loved sitting in that corner with me, watching the 3D printers print and watching everything that's going on in my screen. And that day, Papa got some pizza that I was eating for lunch, and I was on my break and I was watching baseball game. I was watching the Yankees play. So me and you just sat there and shared. But man, did you love that pizza? That was such a just a nice moment. You were just sitting there eating. You put your hand on my belly and you'd rest and you'd watch the baseball game. Every once in a while, you'd poke at the 3D printers, and Grandma would laugh because you kind of looked like me, working on my computers and then hopping over and looking at the printers to make sure all the prints were going well. And at the same time, there was Uncle Gabe, who was more than likely just coming home from school, and he was reading Sugarbug Doug to you, Nia. He would come home and he'd do just about anything you'd ask him to do. He'd read you a book, play with you for a little while. He was a good uncle. He's a good uncle still, and he loves you. He had so much fun, and he'd read you that book forever, and you'd ask him a million questions, and he'd answer them. And you guys would bicker back and forth because he'd be like, I already told you this. You should have known this. You should know this. Pay attention, Nia. Focus. Focus. There's a time to be funny and there's a time to be focused. He would use Grandma's phrases on you. But yeah, he read Sugarbug Doug to you. And eventually, Kenton, your mom had to come get you because you guys were going somewhere. I think you guys were going on just a trip to the store just to go walk and play in the park and have fun. But couldn't help but sneak you in some chocolate. I mean, if a Papa can't sneak his grandbaby some chocolate, I mean, what good is it being a grandpa if I couldn't get away with that? And of course, you see your little friend up there, the little 3D printed nutcracker that Papa made for Grandma, and he was your buddy. You would always talk to him, and you always wonder why he wasn't on the ground like we had during Christmas. But once Uncle Gabe was done with Sugarbug Doug, your sister, Unia, gave that look. And there's no video that exists, but after this look, it was one of the many times where you had told Kenton, you said Kenton, that he had had enough. That he had had enough, Papa, and that it was your turn. And that he was to go. And fortunately, I guess for you, circumstance was that he had to go with your mom somewhere. And you wanted to stay in the bed and watch TV, and you got in my lap. But you let him know, that little smile, and then you told him, you said, you have had enough, Kenton. It is my turn. That was your thing for everything. If you felt that somebody was spending too much time with somebody that you wanted, you would always just say, it is my turn. It's time for you to go. I love you both, and I would let you guys have all the turns you want to snuggle and play and do everything right now if you just come home. Papa loves you both very much.